This is Michael Griffiths, who died on the 14th of February 1981 in the Stardust Fire. Michael lived on the top of my road. We were pals in school, but we wouldn't have been, say, best pals. We would have had different sets of friends, but we would have always been, would have known each other. His dad was an absolute gentleman, his mother a lady, and Michael was a chip off the old block. He was an absolute gent. My name is Jimmy Fitzpatrick, a victim of the Stardust Fire in 1981, when 48 people perished. This is the pen portrait of Michael Griffiths, penned by his brother Paul. My name is Paul. I'm the third sibling in a family of 7, consisting of my father, mother, Michael, Jacqueline, myself, Mark and June. Michael was the eldest of 5 siblings. He was a very happy, outgoing person with a great love for family. He was someone you could rely on and look up to. He loved family occasions like birthdays, and when younger, would always be the first to drag us out of bed on Christmas morning to get the day started. We never had to ask if Michael was home, because you could hear him either laughing or playing music, singing at the top of his voice, with Elvis being one of his favourites. Michael also loved sport and was an avid sports fan. Michael had a great work ethic and generous nature. I can remember when he was about 16, on the occasion of receiving his first paycheck, instead of going out and spending it on himself, he took us all to the cinema. Michael had a great relationship with our father and mother, brothers, sisters, and endless number of friends, both male and female, consisting of school pals, neighbours and work colleagues. They would meet like any teenagers of the day, talk, play music, play sport, plan nights out. Michael was probably too young to know exactly what he wanted, but I have no doubt whether it was family or work life, he would have had a great future to look forward to. My last memory of Michael was after celebrating our father's 43rd birthday. Michael went upstairs and came back down a little while later, full of life, ready for the night out in the Stardust nightclub for Valentine's. He said goodbye and walked out the door. Stardust Fire. The next thing I remember is being woken up in the early hours of the morning to the sound of the front door being banged, and my sister Jackie, who was also at the Stardust, her face blackened by smoke, screaming that there had been a fire at the club and she couldn't find Michael. My father and mother, then panicking, jumped into the car with my sister and drove to the Stardust to find out more. What they found was utter carnage, but they were kept away by the fire services. They couldn't find Michael and were told to check the hospitals. After spending the day driving around all the hospitals on the list, to no avail, they were told to go to the city morgue. With great reluctance, that is what they did, and it was then they discovered Michael had died. They had to identify him by a ring he was wearing. They then came home to break the news. By this time, friends and families had gathered in the house, waiting with my father and mother. They told us the bad news. There was total devastation. By the outpouring of grief, you could tell we had lost someone very, very special. After the funeral, family life was never the same. It became for us a time of firsts. The first of our family to die. The first time we saw my mother truly grief-stricken. The first time I saw my father cry. Michael's first birthday since his death. The first Christmas without him. The first family photographs without him. The first anniversary of Michael's death. We don't know exactly what Michael's future held, but we will never know his wife or his children. Our families will never know their nieces, nephews or cousins. My father and mother will never know their grandchildren. After another inquest, let's hope the engraving on the headstone can truly mean rest in peace.